fate draws us back together. Now your enemy is my enemy.
His name is Sefin.
What does he want?
Revenge.
When her secret finds its way out, it'll be the death of you.
The story begins with a sense of finality hanging in the air, as if the world is holding its breath for a long-awaited conclusion to a journey that has stretched across years, scars, and sacrifices. A man who once lived purely by instinct now stands at a crossroads where past loyalty meets the consequences of choosing a different kind of life. His attempt to walk away from danger never fully succeeds, because the forces he once fought have a way of reaching through time, pulling him back into the shadows he tried to leave behind. Despite this, there is a certain calm around him, the calm of someone who has seen every storm imaginable. But underneath that calm is unresolved pain, unanswered questions, and an unease that refuses to stay buried. In a quiet moment, far removed from the chaos that once defined him, he believes he has finally found peace. Yet life has a way of dismantling the illusions we build to protect ourselves. Just when he thinks the world has settled into place, reminders of past battles erupt again, reminding him that even the strongest foundations can crumble when trust is shaken. His world is forced open, exposing conflicting truths and long-held deceptions. What follows is a painful reconstruction of everything he once believed was behind him. His journey, which he hoped had ended, suddenly pulls him back into action, not out of duty, but out of something deeper that he cannot ignore. Danger approaches quietly, like a whisper in a silent room. Old enemies have evolved, and new adversaries emerge with motivations that reach beyond the usual thirst for power. A threat arises tied to both personal history and global consequence. It is not just a mission, it is a confrontation with years of betrayal woven into the fabric of the people he once trusted. He must untangle the web of secrets that have entangled his life for far too long, and this time, the stakes stretch deeper than any assignment he has ever accepted. It is no longer about completing a task. It is about protecting the last pieces of a life he dared to imagine for himself. From remote hideaways to high-security enclaves, from sunlit retreats to darkened corridors, buzzing with hidden intent, he moves with the precision of someone who has spent a lifetime navigating danger. But beneath the familiar confidence is a different kind of urgency. The urgency of someone who fears the consequences, not for himself, but for those whose safety now rests on his decisions. He is pulled into a conflict shaped by new forms of technology, twisted ambitions, and the lingering ghosts of enemies who still cast shadows over the world. The line between friend and foe blurs as he uncovers unexpected alliances, fractured loyalties, and secrets powerful enough to ignite global chaos. As he confronts forces aiming to disrupt the fragile balance holding the world together, he carries with him memories that ignite a constant internal struggle. The emotional weight behind his choices is heavier than ever. He moves with the knowledge that every decision, every step forward, could be the difference between survival and ruin for those he protects. This conflict is not merely physical. It is deeply personal, woven into the very heart of his identity. Moments of vulnerability emerge, showing a man torn between duty and desire, between the life he knows and the life he hopes might still be possible, even as circumstances push him further from that dream. The battles he faces become more intense and unforgiving. Each confrontation exposes the uncontrollable nature of the world he inhabits. Villains operate in the shadows with advanced tools of destruction, driven by ideologies shaped by pain, grief, and a warped sense of justice. Their motivations challenge him to confront not only the danger they present, but the reflection of his own past choices mirrored in their actions. In the midst of relentless pursuit and tactical strategies, he is forced to evaluate what truly defines the idea of heroism and whether his sacrifices still hold meaning in a world that constantly shifts around him. Throughout this escalating turmoil, powerful emotional currents surge beneath the surface of every decision he makes. Bonds formed through adversity tighten, tested by secrets that come to light in unexpected ways. Every moment of connection becomes a reminder of what he stands to lose, and every step away from the people he cares about feels like tearing a piece of himself apart. Trust becomes both a weapon and a wound. He confronts truths about loyalty, betrayal, and love, each shaping his resolve with newfound clarity. The weight of past promises fuels his determination, pushing him to fight harder than ever before. As he races against time, events unfold with breathtaking momentum, revealing a peril built on biological manipulation, fractured ideologies, and ruthless ambition. He tracks a threat capable of reshaping the world, not through brute force, but through precision targeting that reaches into the very fabric of humanity. This is a danger unlike any he has faced, born from a twisted understanding of how the world should function and executed with chilling clarity. His pursuit leads to intense confrontations across multiple landscapes, each battle revealing deeper layers of a conspiracy that stretches farther back than he imagined. Throughout these challenges, he is driven not only by a desire to stop catastrophe, but by the redemption he seeks within himself. This journey forces him to confront old demons, reconcile broken truths, and embrace the parts of himself he once tried to bury. He becomes a symbol of resilience, shaped by the chaos of his past, yet standing strong in the face of overwhelming odds. His courage is no longer defined by the missions he accepts, but by the choices he makes to protect the people who mean the most to him. And as he moves closer to the heart of the enemy's plan, the emotional intensity deepens, pushing him toward a destiny built from sacrifice and defiance. The ultimate confrontation builds like a powerful storm. The stakes rise not only on a global scale, but on a deeply personal one. As he faces the architect of devastation, the clash becomes a battle of philosophies as much as physical power. His determination is fueled by love, loss, and the unshakable belief that even the smallest choices can change the fate of the world. The antagonist mirrors many of his own traits: strategic brilliance, unwavering conviction, but twisted into something dangerous. Their confrontation symbolizes the conflict between hope and despair, between protection and destruction, between redemption and obsession. In the final stages of his journey, he must push beyond his limits, facing the reality that some victories demand everything. Every step becomes a test of resolve. Every breath becomes a reminder of what he stands for. Each decision carries emotional weight, shaping not just the fate of the mission, but the legacy he will leave behind. The path he takes leads him into the heart of danger, where he must confront the consequences of love, loyalty, and sacrifice. This final chapter becomes an emotional crescendo that defines his entire journey: raw, powerful, and unforgettable. The culmination of his struggle becomes a moment suspended between triumph and tragedy. His actions shape the outcome in a way that leaves an indelible mark on those who live on after the smoke clears. His courage becomes a defining symbol, not only through the strength he displays, but through the vulnerability he embraces. The world is changed by his decisions, and the people connected to him carry his memory as a testament to resilience and unwavering devotion. His story concludes with a sense of melancholy beauty, a reminder that true heroism often requires giving everything even when the world does not see the full cost of that sacrifice. In the aftermath, the world begins to rebuild itself, carrying both the scars and the lessons left behind. The people he fought for hold onto the fragments of hope he preserved through his actions. His influence stretches beyond his final moments, shaping the future in ways that reflect the depth of his journey. Those who stood beside him remember not just the strength he carried, but the compassion and vulnerability that guided his choices. His legacy becomes a powerful echo through the lives he touched, reminding them that courage takes many forms and that true sacrifice is eternal. As time passes, his memory grows into something larger than life, a symbol of humanity's capacity to endure, to fight, and to love, even in the face of overwhelming odds. The world moves forward, but the impact he made remains etched in every life he saved and every heart he touched. This chapter may close, but the story lives on through the resilience he embodied. In the quiet spaces between the chaos, the world remembers him not just as a figure of strength, but as a man who chose love over fear, sacrifice over comfort, and hope over despair.